Hi friends, welcome to this video. I thought I'd chat a bit about creatine and share some of my experiences with it. So I'm not going to go into, what exactly creatine is, what it does. There's plenty of information out there on creatine. Plenty of research has been done on it, plenty of articles on it, plenty of scientific journal articles on it. So yeah, it's a well-studied supplement. I thought I'd just quickly chat a little bit about it, how I've used it, what I've experienced with it, and yeah, it'll be great to hear other people's experiences with it has been. Let us know in the comments below how your experience has been with it. And just a disclaimer, this is purely based on my own experience. I'm not recommending anything or anything like that. Just want to share my experience with it. Hopefully that'll be helpful just to hear. I also did a review on the Wazoogel's superfood protein powder if you want to check that out. So my use case, I guess, is a little bit different. Yes, I did want to gain muscle naturally, but more so I wanted to use it to try and see what the effects were on endurance, on speed, energy, more so for the energy benefits of it in terms of running, sprinting, playing sports, that sort of thing. And hopefully, as well as if there were any muscle gains as a result of it, that's always welcomed. I've been using it now for on and off for about 1.5 years. Before that, I hadn't used any for a very long time, for a number of years. In general, I think just supplementation I hadn't used for quite some time. How I use it, first thing is with a lot of water. I mean, I already drink a lot of water. So just remember to always constantly be drinking water. I think you should be drinking water whether you use creatine or any supplementation or not. It's always good to drink a lot of water, but naturally just increase it a bit. Just make sure you increase it a bit when taking something like creatine. It's good practice just to kind of like cycle it on and off. So anywhere from between 1 to 3 months at a time, and then maybe take a month, even 1 or 2 months off, and then repeat the process. There's varying ways you can do that. For me, I find about 2 to 3 months using it, and then a month, maybe 2 months off. Good kind of ratio. You may read some of the labels where they say that, you need to do a loading phase and stuff like that. I don't really do any of that. I don't think it's necessary. The usual dose is about 5 grams per day. I think it also depends on sort of how much you weigh. Naturally, bigger guys will need more. I'm not such a big guy, so I take between 3 to 5 grams, usually about 3 or 4 grams per day. I just started straight off just with that dose. I don't do the loading phase or anything like that. So some of the benefits or some of the things that I noticed, some things are actually immediate, but there are things which you notice gradually over a period of time. The one thing that was immediate for me was the increase in energy or the increase in my endurance levels, which I found when, say, playing soccer or going for a run. It was quite noticeable when using the creatine and when not. So it definitely helps in terms of energy. Naturally, more energy relates to things like faster speed, more endurance. What was sometimes immediate and sometimes not was strength gains. More often than not, I did see an immediate increase in, not very big increase, but very slight increases in strength. You shouldn't be expecting, like massive increases in strength, at least not immediately. Over time, sure, but immediately it's all going to be very slight and, in a sense, subtle changes. So those were the immediate changes. And now if I look at over the time, definitely felt that my speed increased, my energy increased, my strength definitely increased. I did manage to pick up a couple of kgs while being on it. It's a little bit difficult to tell whether it was a change in my training program or it was directly the creatine, but I would like to say it's a combination of the two, which helped increasing the strength as well as packing on a little bit more muscle, which was good. I definitely noticed it a lot more in my legs. I was training a lot more, so doing more runs, more sprints. So there was a lot more leg or quad focused work with the creatine. It helped with strength as well as with recovery. I have tried a couple of different brands, and I think generally most are quite similar because, at the end of the day, it is kind of the same ingredient ingredient, so creatine is creatine. I did pick up these creatine gummies to try. I really like them in the sense that they're so convenient. You can just, eat them as opposed to having to dissolve it in something and drink it. Yeah, I'll see how that goes, but so far so good. One thing to note is that I do find that if I dissolve the creatine in a sort of hot drink, it's far easier to digest, it's far easier to dissolve. Or you can put it in something like your oats or anything like that with the ground, as long as you use, hot water. It does dissolve so much better with some warm or hot water. On the whole, it really did make a difference, or has made a difference, and I think I'll continue using it. Something to note is that, don't try to rely so much on any supplement for that matter, because you still need to make sure that you have good sleep, adequate recovery, good nutrition. All those things need to be there. So those are the core principles, the basics that you need to have down, and then you can add things like this on top of it too, just to give you that little boost and to keep you sustained over the long term. So yeah, I hope it's been a useful video. I always find it nice when other people share their experiences, so feel free to throw some comments down below on anything you've been through or anything you've noticed that you think can help us all. I'll see you in the next one.